Once upon a time, in the land of ancient Israel, there was a man named Samson. Samson was special because he had a secret gift, extraordinary strength. He was the strongest man in the world, and everyone knew it. But Samson's strength wasn't just because he worked out every day. His strength came from God, and it was hidden in a very unusual place, his long, flowing hair. Samson had been chosen by God to protect the Israelites from their enemies, the Philistines. He could defeat any foe, no matter how many there were or how strong they seemed. His incredible feats of strength were legendary. He once killed a lion with his bare hands and defeated an entire army with nothing but the jawbone of a donkey. However, Samson had a weakness. He fell in love with a beautiful Philistine woman named Delilah. The Philistine leaders saw this as their chance to find out the secret of Samson's strength. They went to Delilah and promised her a lot of money if she could discover how Samson was so strong. Delilah loved Samson, but the temptation of the money was too much for her to resist. She asked Samson over and over again to tell her the secret of his strength. At first, Samson played along, giving her false answers. He told her if he were tied up with fresh bowstrings or new ropes, he would become as weak as any other man. But each time when the Philistines tried to capture him using these tricks, Samson easily broke free. Delilah didn't give up. She kept asking, and finally, Samson couldn't resist her pleading any longer. He revealed his secret. "My strength is in my hair. If it were cut, I would become as weak as any other man." That night, as Samson slept, Delilah quietly cut his hair. When the Philistines came to capture him, Samson tried to fight back, but his strength was gone. They seized him, blinded him, and took him away in chains. The Philistines put Samson in prison, but his story wasn't over yet. While he was there, his hair began to grow back, and with it, his strength returned. One day, the Philistines brought Samson out to entertain them at a grand festival in their temple. They mocked him and made fun of his blindness. Samson prayed to God one last time, asking for strength to defeat his enemies. He felt his renewed power surge through him. With a mighty push, he pulled down the two central pillars of the temple. The entire building collapsed, crushing the Philistines and freeing his people from their oppression. And so, Samson's story reminds us that true strength comes from God, and that even in our weakest moments, we can find the courage to stand up and fight for what is right.